Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
This week on Central Expressions.
Today we're out here in Mother Nature. We're at the Gulfview Hotel hosting our first annual Marriage Maneuvers Through Kingdom Principles.
And today at the Black River Film Festival, even though it's so hot, it was good, guys.
And today we'll talk about ownership of land.
Tune in to Central Expressions on CVMTV Sundays at 3 p.m. Repeat Fridays at 9 a.m.
The Ministry of Legal and Constitutional Affairs, mandated to facilitate a modernized legislature and a reformed constitution of Jamaica. The time brought to you by the MLCA is 6 a.m.
Oh my goodness, good morning everybody. Good morning, Sunrisers. Oh my goodness, it's another Monday morning and we're coming to you live from Studio 69, broadcasting live from 69 Constant Spring Road in Kingston, Jamaica, and you are tuned in to Sunrise. I am your Queen Diva, Miss Kitty, and of course I have my very debonair co-host, Mr. Dennis Brooks.
Morning, everyone. How are you doing?
I'm doing well.
Was that Dexter Daps you came into?
It's on Dexter Daps.
It had that vibes at
Mr. Grandison, Louis Grandison. Yeah. From Seaview, I give him a preview.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Big up Dexter Daps.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a Monday. You know we're on it.
Yeah, it's Dennis's day.
You know we're on it.
Yeah.
Kicking off the week like a ball.
Yeah, like a baller. You know what I'm saying? Like Leon Bailey.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Big up to all the
Leon
people
Bailey. Yeah.
out there in the streets like the White Line.
Yeah.
Good morning.
How was your weekend?
It was a good weekend.
Nice.
There was a whole heap of rain on Saturday. And then I went on the road after church Sunday, and I said, it's looking like the sky clear up. I said, a piece of rain come down in a half a tree. I said, what is?
But I noticed, Dennis, that with the rain comes now the traffic, and is that the Christmas vibe is like here.
Yeah, so like the congestion has come on early.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we're going to get a break.
I'm thinking about buying like a BMX bicycle. Remember back in the day, you had a BMX bicycle?
Yeah,
I need a cycle.
Yeah.
Because the traffic is just horrendous.
You
like
used to ride bicycle? You used to be a bicycle rider?
I'm a rider. I'm a roller.
What?
Listen, first of all, I had my tricycle, okay?
Yeah.
With little, you know, ribbons at the end.
Yeah,
and it had on my basket at the front right there, so. And I had my training wheel, right?
Yeah.
And then my dad took out the training wheel.
Yeah, take time.
I'm take time.
Learn how to balance.
Then no. I got for my birthday, what I call the Snoop Doggy Dog bicycle. So it had the handle deep, and it had a long seat. Yeah. And then my father bought a horn for me, so he could have right, and like a red one, and then put it on. Listen to me. So when he would be washing his vehicle, right, I wash my bicycle, right, and make it look nice and turn out the wheel, right. So I had that. So then I moved from my Snoop Doggy Dog bicycle to my 10-speed. You remember the one where you change the gear? Yes. So it have like a, what you call it, Durella, something, right? And then them time there, I could have ride and Lego two on. I could have ride and stand up and Lego two on. Then it's made it bad. Hello, do any part? Talk to me, honey. No, man, I could have ride, man. What? Bad so. No, man. Bad so.
Back in the day, I was serious with my bicycle, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man, y'all go bicycle shop and like if nothing missing, if nothing pop off, you can fix it.
We had a bicycle shop on Longfellow. I'm seeing the guy right now. Oh my goodness, his name eludes me. But his bicycle shop, Vincent. He was right beside the post office, Miss Shirley. Yeah. Yes. And then time you patch your wheel, you know what I mean?
Yes, man.
And you patch your bicycle.
You know, you scratch it. Scratch it. So that you can take the patch.
Listen. And then like all the chain. Sometimes the chain slip off. And you have to put it back on. Yeah, man. Listen.
You use the belt, the pedal, and catch it back. You know what? You don't say I'm bad them way there.
Bad. I'm bad. I'm not asking, I'm bad. But me not camouflage, I'm real thing. I tell ya.
I never know. I learned something new about you.
My bicycle, so the Snoop Doggy Dog bicycle was purple. So it was like a nice lavender and pink. Yeah. I remember, you know, everybody on the avenue have them bicycle, you know. So, you know, when you wash the bicycle, you see on a Sunday, Dennis, when everybody bicycle clean and roll out. And then the ice cream trucker come. Listen to me, man, you have your bicycle well parked. And then my father did teach me to give them the $1 million park. So you have to turn out the wheel. Yeah, man. My father blessed me. Yeah. Let me tell you, wicked thing.
It's the simple things when we look back and remember it.
Yeah. You used to tow people.
That's why parents do some little things for you, picking them now. Yeah. Do some things because guess what? When them get big, they will look back and have memories to talk about on some show in 2050 something.
Yes. Yeah? And I'm a proponent of a great childhood because it sets you up normally for a very great adulthood. So for example, I remember when Daddy took off the training wheel, I'm afraid that it's coming and said, I'm going to drop. And he bought me, I remember,
the elbow
and the helmet and the knee, and then him hold the seat, you know? And you hold the seat. And then now, forget a little balance. And then after a while now, him let it go, you know. And then let me realize, say, oh God, me ride! Oh my God, I'm ride! And I catch it. And then they say, from I catch it, remember I told you I don't let it go.
When last you ride a bicycle?
I rode a bicycle outside of the gym. I was doing a partnership with the EU. Good morning to all the persons at the EU, the ambassadors to Jamaica. And we were downtown Kingston. If you go on my page, you'll see it. And I borrowed a gentleman's bicycle and I was riding it. Yeah, man, because once a rider, always a rider.
Yeah. You know, there's a reason why they say it's like riding a bicycle.
Yeah, the memory.
Yeah, muscle memory. Kicking and beer things. Well, from that, we go to our verse of the day, because our verse of the day is... Verse music, please. Commit your work to the Lord.
Amen.
And your plans will be established.
That is it.
That's Proverbs 16. Commit your work to the Lord. You know, sometimes you do a thing, and it's after you're in the middle of the thing, maybe, and you're bringing God after. Like when it now work out, you ask Him if this is what you should be doing, or when you want to get out, get me out. If I mean like God, hey,
that's why God is not like man, Dennis.
We never get you, hey. I know you remember me.
That's why God is not like man. But you know what? Like He says, you know, lean not to your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and He shall direct your pack. I want to say good morning to all the members of staff at General Foods,
General
right?
Foods in Legani?
In Legani, yes. Big ups to June Wong and all the wonderful staff members, the ones upstairs, the ones downstairs, you know, the guys who pack. And there's a lady who is deaf there as well. Always very helpful, always very nice. And so I want to say good morning to all the cashiers and everybody at General Foods. Good morning also to everybody at Hilo Ligani too. You know what I mean? Big ups to everybody there. Stephanie, big ups to who is that again now? All the guys who pack the fruits, and Jimmy, big ups to Jimmy. Good morning. And all the security officers. The security officers who wear the yellow and black. I don't remember which company that is, but yeah, Quest, I think.
Quest.
Yeah, Quest Security.
Quest Security.
Good morning to all of you and all the hardworking people. Good morning. And speaking about hardworking, the word of the day is laborious. Laborious. It is an adjective, which means requiring considerable time and effort. Example, it takes years of laborious planning and praying to accomplish the works and honor the Lord that has set out for us to achieve. Yeah, laborious.
Laborious, okay.
Yeah, laborious. But it more
tends to have a negative. It tends to have a negative connotation.
Yes, connotation more than positive. So like, it was a lot. The traffic or waiting in traffic was kind of laborious, or working on the site.
Or a particular task.
Yeah, was laborious.
You know, like when you say you don't want. Let's find ways to make the lesson not feel overly laborious for the students.
Yeah,
because sometimes we make it far more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah, like PEP is laborious. PEP can be laborious.
It's better than GSAT though.
Really?
By far.
Oh wow, and I think I hear people complaining more about PEP.
No, sir. No, sir. PEP far. Well, maybe because I don't like one-off exams.
Oh.
So I like the preparation that you get. So like you achieve some of it. You start from grade 4, 5. And so when you get to grade 6, it's the finalization of a process, a continuous process.
Right.
And also, I love that PEP bring back reasoning ability.
Understand.
Because I think that the
critical thinking.
Yeah, the critical thinking. Yeah. Because I think the generation of GSAT, they really missed out on that. And that is probably why we have some problems.
By the way, Dennis, we're talking about PEP and GSAT. I know the problem that the math problem that we gave last week was probably laborious. For a lot of people. But did anybody get the answer to that question?
I don't remember anybody sending in the answer.
Okay, all right, we're gonna check it out. But good morning to everybody.
But we have the answer though.
Yeah, we do. Good morning to everybody celebrating their birthday today. Good morning to everybody celebrating their anniversary. And you know, it's always great to have you guys here. And we have a wonderful show lined up for you this morning. And we've got what you need right here in the morning to get you moving.
Get you going.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta go to our
The whole town's talking about her. This sweet little girl from Get Tired. She's got a property that I truly admire. She smiles when I call her Miss Kitty. She hears it everywhere that she goes. Where in the world did she get it? Don't ask me, I don't know. I'll find the right words to say to get her into my world. I will always be true to you. It's not only a feeling, it's an inborn concept. Oh, how I love this feeling for you. It is the real thing, I can almost taste it. When I rise early in the morning and I look in the mirror. Brown-eyed girl, now do you know? Brown-eyed girl, that I love you so. My whole life through, I've been waiting for a girl like you. Someone else.
Whatever the crunch crunch you want with KFC's popcorn chicken. Delicious, juicy, irresistible. Now available in barbecue. KFC, it's finger-licking good.
Christmas is made of moments. One more moment to capture. One more you can create. One more Six Love to settle the score. One more sneaky slice. One more family tradition. And one more little addition. Share one more gift with one more smile. Digicel, better connected this Christmas.
Stop buying expensive toner cartridges. Global Ink is now selling new factory direct generic toners. Remove factory seals, install and print. Engineered to work first time, every time. Certified for use in HP and Brother printers. Worry-free, affordable printing for your peace of mind. Money saved is money earned. We deliver island-wide. 754-7444 or 1-888 NEED-INK. Never run out of toner again. Global Ink.
Sports fans, get off the sidelines and join the action with Just Bet. Bet on your favorite teams anywhere online at www.supremegames.com or visit one of our 100 locations island-wide. With enough games and the best odds, you can win big with Just Bet. Be a part of the game. Feel the thrill of winning. Join the action with Just Bet. Must be 18 years old or to bet. Game responsibly.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
You can open a Sagicor Bank savings account from anywhere. Go online and open yours today.
The time by Sagicor Bank is
6:15.
We're back, Sunrisers. Good morning. It's 6:15 on a Monday morning here in Kingston. Good morning to you wherever you are. You know what time it is. It's time for the headlines with your girl who makes us teak in the knees. Good morning.
I get so teak in the knees, I can hardly speak. I lose all control, then something comes over me in the day, and it's so amazing. It's not a shame. I want you to stay with me by my side as I lower my pride. Your love is so sweet, it knocks me right off of my feet. Can't explain why your love it makes the headlines make us teak. That's hot. See that?
What's up, teaks?
You know what? We need to start Sunrise karaoke.
My vibes, Bill.
What's up, player?
Good
How
morning.
you doing, Teeks?
Good morning.
And now I go energetically into the headlines.
All
after
right.
that. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. So great morning. Let's jump in. Okay. So Bartlett demands continued meetings regarding strikes.
Okay.
Upon his return to the island yesterday after a trip to South America to finalize more deals for Jamaica's air connectivity ahead of the festive season, Tourism Minister Ed Bartlett has broken his silence on the matter that's been dominating the news in recent weeks across several resorts. Bartlett says the wave of protests will be addressed in a multi-stakeholder way, and they'll have to work it through together, starting with a charge to the owners and operators of hotels. The protests have spread across several properties and parishes, with hotel workers demanding monies allegedly owed in some instances from profit-sharing deals, in addition to fair working conditions and livable wages.
Absolutely, absolutely. I hope the matter is resolved sooner than later, because it has a far-reaching effect and implication for the entire sector and by so the nation, right? Because, you know, tourism is our foreign exchange earner and
main
the
foreign
market,
exchange
main foreign exchange earner, well, behind remittance, right?
Yeah, I mean,
right. But I also understand the plight of the workers, and they are well within their right, TK, if it is that they're not being remunerated properly or fairly, to speak up against it. I've heard over the years, you know, persons will say, boy, you know, them have a pound contract and we not get nothing, and you have to take a time off, and, you know, when you retire or when you leave, you get nothing in return. Because tourism is one of our main foreign exchange earners, we have to pay very special care to the workers. The human capital is very important, and a lot of these people, they work very hard. Housekeeping,
they do.
Food and beverage. Can you imagine you go to a hotel, then you wake up and no breakfast on the day? Or you go and your bed no makeup?
Well, what I often say is, when you go to a hotel, the service that everybody's coming there everybody comes to work, generally speaking, anywhere. You come to work with your own challenges. You come to work with problem by your head, and you have to put it off in order for an accountant can sit there and make up him face or make up her face and do the work, get the work done, run the numbers. When it is your job to make people feel good,
you have to feel good.
It is incumbent on the people who produce the working environment to produce an environment that you don't have a bag of people and make up face, so that people leave and say, beautiful property, but my God, the service was poor, you know? And you go to some hotels and you get the impression that the people are not happy here, you know? Or you get the impression sometimes that, you know, the environment is toxic right now.
Yeah.
And like I've been to a hotel and I've heard people arguing, and I say, hi, come here. Whatever is going on in the back, the guests don't need to know. So fix it up.
Yeah.
Yeah? And you speak to management and say, fix it up. Now, this instance, well, with some of these instances with the hotels, things that were promised to them have not been delivered. And you wonder...
you can't be telling me you're making billions of dollars.
Yeah. When you hear number one destination, when you hear breaking records in terms of visitor arrivals,
and yet it's not reflecting in my bank account. It's not math. The math is not mathing.
It's not mathing.
Yeah.
The people
and I support the
who
workers.
serve, and that is when we talk about tourism linkages. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, make the money link up in my wallet and in my bank book.
Who work there, who especially are front facing.
Yeah.
Because it come out in the taste of the food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you have to treat the workers well, and they're well within their right. And I want persons to understand that it's not no modern day slavery. We're not coming to work just to slave ourselves, right? People have their children to feed, them have them bills to pay, and when you come to work, you're supposed to get paid. It's not enough that these companies come to Jamaica and think, oh, it's cheap labor, or they can come and treat our people any type of way. Yes, we're glad that you're investing in our country, but also it is a symbiotic relationship, because your hotel cannot do well if our people are not well. So fix up on the thing and shake up on the solid ground.
And then some of the times, you know, because especially like foreign owned, I'm not going to call it a particular nation. You see, top level management,
they
earn very well.
Yes, in the AC.
They earn very well, you know, and top level management come from abroad. You know top level management when you hear the accent of the person who comes and talks to you.
Right. Jamaicans first.
Yeah.
Well, we're hoping for some resolution for sure, and definitely, like you said, we're hoping for some, you know, elevation and just
give the people what they deserve.
Of what they deserve. Yes.
When people work hard, they should be paid well.
Absolutely.
And tourist work is not easy because you have to deal with guests from all walks of life with all kind of temperament, and you still have to put on a bright smile. So make my heart smile and make my bank book smile, so I can make my kids them smile. Yeah.
Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Don't read this headline. Just get straight into the story, please. Get straight into the story.
All right, we'll jump right into it. So the next headline, we have the National Helmet Wearing Coalition held a ride out yesterday, November 17, at a crash spot in Mandeville, Manchester, in recognition of World Remembrance Day for Road Traffic Victims, which is observed on November 17. So this event brought together members of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and the coalition to promote road safety and distribute helmets. The Jamaica National Foundation also participated in this commemoration alongside the coalition and the police. During the event, Commissioner of Police Dr. Kevin Blake demonstrated safe motorcycle riding skills and shared data showing a decrease in deaths from motorcycle crashes. However, he cautioned that Jamaicans should not become complacent about the reduction in road fatalities related to motorcycle accidents. Dr. Blake urged the public to do their part in helping to save lives.
Absolutely. That was a good gesture.
Yeah, were you there?
I wasn't there.
Okay. Can you ride a bike then?
A motorcycle?
A motorcycle, yeah.
No.
Me neither.
No.
Me neither.
Dennis said, no.
Nisa, can you ride a bike?
No.
A motorcycle. Okay. Broad man? Okay.
Broad man, yeah, right.
There are no motorcycle riders
I
in
can't
here.
ride a motorcycle, but I look good on it though.
Hey, hey.
No,
yeah, my bike.
My love for bicycle never transitioned
Me neither.
to bike.
Motorcycles.
I don't think bike I don't make.
No, me just not do it. And Dr. Blake has made fun of me. Good morning, Dr. Blake. He had said, come on, come ride. You're coming and riding with us. Because, like, commissioners or the deputy commissioner's assistant, even superintendents, Morning Raymond Wilson, like a lot of them
can ride.
They're riders.
Oh.
Some of them spend time in traffic, so they then come from a riding background. And I'm like, no.
I remember. I'll tell you a quick story. I remember we had a show. I had a show in Negril once. It was Dream Weekend. And the traffic gridlock, right? So I had to get out of the car and jump on a bike back. The promoter sent the bike for me.
Okay.
Then he said, so I dip on the bike back.
Yeah.
I think the rider's name was Damien. Listen to what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
My friend the whole time. So they might weave to hear me. Take time. I'm me alone, mother of. My sister, they are worried. I'm me alone. Here, but that time, Miss Kitty, you have to leg on me, your teeth squeeze me too tight.
Hold on. And that is the reason. Hold on. I've never even been on a bike back because that is the reason. Because I always say, imagine me on a bike back hugging up this person because I'm not letting go,
Yeah.
So like if I'm on the bike back,
So they jump up on the chair a while ago.
See me here. Nah. Go on a bike back. I'm not going. I'm not going.
That is the way I squeeze. Listen, the way.
Everybody have them own a thing.
I understand, but you have to leg on me still.
No, man.
TK, listen to what I'm telling you. All in pancreas will grab you. I held on. When I see people on bike backs and they're not holding on,
I'm like, easy back. Like how are you? How are you reclining on the bike back?
Yeah, see that now? I'm like, all right.
Well, this is why we're glad that there are more helmets being distributed. People are wearing more helmets.
And the people who are competent in that area just continue to be more competent in that area because people like me, I'll stay in my vehicle.
It's fine.
Yeah. Well, let's go from bike riders to billionaires, huh?
That's my part.
Let's do it.
I like this alliteration.
Yes, from bikes to billionaires. Bikes to billionaires banging. You see that?
A billionaire eyes assistance for UTech students.
Nice.
The heights of great men reached and kept were not attained by sudden flight, and for one woman, she smashed the barriers, becoming a billionaire. Jamaican-born Dr. Trisha Bailey recently visited the University of Technology, UTech, in Kingston to play her part in advancing the welfare of the nation's youth. UTech continues to have conversations with Dr. Trisha Bailey, who is looking forward to helping students in various ways to achieve their truest potential. The former athlete turned businesswoman hails from the breadbasket parish of St. Elizabeth. Pro-Chancellor at UTech, Aldrich McNabb, was intrigued by Dr. Bailey's story and saw a connection between what the institution stands for and her philanthropic spirit. Meanwhile, Dr. Bailey also hopes to assist many young women suffering from period poverty to better manage during their menstrual cycle. For one of the richest black women in the United States, her efforts will undoubtedly score big for those seeking inspiration from home.
Wonderful.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Congrats. And she's been doing a lot of philanthropic work in that area of education, and it's really great when you have made it and you can give back to help others actualize their dreams as well. So congratulations to the University of Technology and that partnership. And I hope it will yield more billionaires being made. And so those things will become commonplace. We're going to say, when you're really acting and rich, you know, skate on the tall, skate on the cloud.
Hey,
you see that?
which is right. And I'm just really glad that people are also getting a chance to interact with her, meet her, because just to see her,
representation.
Exactly, opens your mind and say, oh, this is possible. A Jamaican is doing this. I can do this, you know. So kudos to her and everything that she's doing.
I like it. Lovely. Yeah. All right, nice. All right, congrats. All right. Thank you, Dr. Bailey. What would I know?
That's all the time we have for the headlines. Up next, we're going to be setting sail for a diaspora link-up. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to miss it. Stay with us.
Yeah, ride the bike again? Or?
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVMTV.
So much more than entertainment.
All of Jamaica with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30.
You know my heart goes crazy when you take the extra time. Let's explore our love. We'll leave the world behind. Can you feel it?
Schoolboy Football, September 7 to December 14 on CVMTV. It's a Schoolboy Football is brought to you by EdgeChem, AIM Financial Corporation, Connex Services, Texaco, and Jamaica Stock Exchange.
And good morning to you. Ahoy, sailors! Ahoy there, sunrisers. When I said that, I remember my cruise on Virgin Voyages. You know what I mean? I gotta tell you.
I want to go one day.
I gotta tell you, you got to go, Dennis. It's absolutely awesome. You'll thank me later. Welcome back to the show. Thank you so very much for being here with us. If you're just getting up, if you're just joining, a resplendent morning to you. Thank you for making it yet another morning on Sunrise. Now, in this Diaspora Link Up, we're checking in with a young woman who has been navigating the Navy, Born and raised in Spanish Town, St. Catherine, Chen Earlington went from petite modeling to becoming a petty officer. And she's not done yet, as she's now pursuing a degree in healthcare management. She joins us this morning to tell us all about it. Welcome, Shanae.
Morning, Shanae. How are you doing?
Good morning. Good morning, Miss Kitty. Good morning, sir. I'm doing great. Thank you for having me. I'm very nervous. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
You guys for having me.
It's fine. We're nervous about talking to you because as a Navy officer, you can't hear me? Are you hearing me? Shanae?
Oh, yes, Miss Kitty, I'm hearing you now.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. I'm saying that, we're nervous talking to you because we're just so proud of you and how, when you think about the Navy, it just seems so big. So congratulations to you and all you have accomplished. But talk to us about growing up in Spanish Town. What was that like for you? And how did you get to the Navy in the United States?
Yes, Miss Kitty. So growing up in Spanish Town, I was raised with my mom. Like, it was, in a single family household. And I think that's what I would say created the drive in me to be, the best I could be. Because, growing up, my mother, no matter what, we would never go to our bed hungry. I grew up with my younger brother and my mother. And it was just, she never stopped. She's always on the go. She'd do whatever it takes to make sure we have food on the table, make sure, I have money to go to school. It was just an environment where, like, I cannot fail. I gotta make sure I make my mom proud.
Amazing.
So for me, it was like I just had to excel at whatever I did, and that's just it, Miss Kitty.
Lovely. So we're proud of you, and I'm sure your mommy's proud.
Yes, Miss Kitty. So I, migrated to the United States, Connecticut. My dad, love him. He, came apart and my life and everything. He was there, but, it was like long distance. He lived in America, in Connecticut, basically most of my life. So he came, and got me, filed for me to come over there with my stepmom and everything. And I went over, migrated in 2018.
Nice.
Of March, Miss Kitty. And yes, Miss Kitty. So I came up there and I was like, okay, I want to do school. But, I see what the environment was completely different than Jamaica. And 1 week for me felt like a whole month. I was like, okay, what? I need to figure this out. Like, because in Jamaica I was already doing so much in the space of time of me leaving high school. And then, was just focused on, okay, keeping busy until, I migrated. So it was just me being like, okay, no, it's time. Then I was like, I wanted to go to school, but I didn't want to pay a student loan or, living that life where you're catching up with bills. And it's just a world of student loans and stuff like that. So I ended up, okay, in everything in life, you got to make a sacrifice. And I was like, this is not, I would never in my wildest dream think that this is where I would end up, because again, I was doing well in the modeling. I was working and helping at this salon in, not salon, my bad, a boutique, Fabulous Trend.
Oh, nice.
I was just doing a lot. I was assisting Jane Michelle, the stylist.
Nice.
I learned a lot from her. Like, I'm telling Miss Kitty, my world was just fashion and, the entertainment business. I've kind of found myself leading down. So I was like, I really like this. And randomly, I was like, but in life, you got to make a sacrifice. And sometimes security is better, and
Definitely.
If it's supposed to be for you, you'll find your way back.
Yeah.
Tell me, Shanae, because I find it fascinating how you went to a very good high school. I must say, a very good high school,
St. Catherine High School.
Yes, and so you're into the whole fashion thing. You're into clothes and style and that kind of a thing. Making the transition now to the military, to the military discipline. You're in the Navy, as a matter of fact. Look at this beautiful picture. Do you find that you had good preparation for that? Because some people might say these are worlds apart, but some of the times there actually are similarities there.
Yes, sir. I would, and I 1000% agree with you. I'm not gonna lie, the adjustment was very hard, but it's just mainly like when it comes down to that, the modeling lifestyle and the fashion industry. It's all about time, which to be honest, that was the hardest part for me to overcome, because I'm running on Jamaican time, and that was that was my biggest, to be completely honest, my biggest struggle was being on time. But I would say just overall the discipline that it took to, get to going through a whole modeling competition. Pose, I was, selected to be one of Pole's petite model in 2017. So I would say like that overall discipline that, that whole training came with, I would say definitely everything in life, every experience helped towards something else, if that makes sense.
Definitely.
Everything, you might, no matter how small or how, you get what I mean? It always take the lessons, take the
But let me ask you this, Shani, because a lot of people hear petty officer, second class, and culinary, what is it? Culinary, what else?
Culinary specialist.
Culinary specialist. Who is a petty officer? What does a petty officer do? And what does second class? What does that all mean?
Okay, so a petty officer is basically like you're like on the level of like going up towards, like leadership. You have petty officers, third class, petty officer, second class, and then petty officer, first class. And then, then you get to like the way higher leadership. So I was basically, right in the middle towards getting, I would say, to the highest level. That's where I am as a E, and it's considered the ranking in the enlisted portion of the U.S. Navy is from E1 to E9, and I was at E5. Not was, but I'm at E5 currently. Okay. So typically that takes, it's all about timing rate. So like for the first, from E1 to E3, it's like you got to do time in rate. From E1 to E2, you got to wait 6 months, and then, it's automatic. E2 to E3, 9 months. It's just start adding a little bit more time on it that you just got to do in rate to learn your job and, prove that you, in other words, are worthy to make it to the next pay grade, in other words. So, and then from E3 now, so from E1 to E3 is automatic advancement with time in rate. And then when you get to E4, you got to take an exam based on your job in the U.S. Navy. You take an exam to get to E4. And then basically from E4 to E9, it's just taking exams and boards and stuff like that to rank up. But that essentially is also a part of waiting your time in rate and being able to rank up, if that makes sense.
Got it.
So with the E5, which is petty officer second class, typically it takes people like average between 3 to 4 years. Sometimes they're like some people, their whole contract 5 years is the first, like majority of the times that's the first contract you sign. And it took me 2 years. Like that's like very, very a small percentage. So you just got to be like, on it. And as you're able to rank up, I went up for the exam and I passed the exam first time up. When I was E4, E3, I got advanced to E4 due to like how well I was doing and excelling at my job. And how one thing Jamaica teach as well, you teach you how to, we are hard workers. We are hard workers. No matter where we go, we excel. They love our energy. They just gravitate towards us. And I would say one thing I do is just be myself. Yes. I'm not trying to be somebody else. I'm not out here trying to, fit in. Just take me for who I am, or, I can't do no better. Like, I'm just who I am. And that's just, I feel like that's what separates me from everybody else, and the fact that I take pride in whatever I do.
And you know what? That is what exactly all you need to be is yourself. And that is why you're a star. Shanae, thank you so very much. Congratulations. Thank you for representing Jamaica and Jamaicans, in the U.S. Navy. I wish you all the best, continued success, and may you continue to climb the ranks. And of course, just continue, just do what you do, you know what I mean? And you look about your talawa, and you're absolutely amazing. Thank you for sharing with us this morning.
All right.
Thank you so much. Yes, Miss Kitty. Bye, sir. I appreciate it.
Bye, you're welcome. I'm gonna see you. Bye, sir. Yeah, you're a sir. Dennis, you're a sir. Bye, Miss Kitty. But I go, Shade, I will mother. Shade said, Miss Kitty, bye, sir. I saw mother grow with everybody. Dennis, I know what these people now say sir and mom and miss and auntie, you know. Once you say Uncle Dennis, you have to say sir. You can't say Dennis, Dennis is on the first name. Yes, sir. All right. Our guest has been, or was rather, Chen Earlington, Petty Officer, 2nd Class, and Culinary Specialist of the United States Navy. Up next is Class is in session with our very own teacher and professor, the Money Master Guru himself, Sir Carlton. He's back with another Money Master class, and I'm calling all parents on this one, calling all grandmas on this one, calling all aunties, all godfathers and godmothers.
This one is important.
Check it out. We'll be right back. Especially Christmas. Right here. Parents, hello.
Come.
Should critical illness strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from more investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today and live secure. Live easy.
Win a barrel of things, valued at over $400,000 with Digicel. When you gift your loved ones a 7-day plan for just $1,100 in My Digicel, share one more gift, one more moment, one more smile. Digicel, better connected this Christmas.
Hey you know all the people in your business?
You should take advantage of CVMTV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today. For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
Improving our relationship with you.
The Passport Immigration and Citizenship Agency, PICA, is improving its relationship with you, our valued customer. Our new customer relationship management system will help us to better understand your needs, communicate with you, and address your issues faster. Contact us online and let us help you. The new system is a joint project of PICA and the Transformation Implementation Unit.
Improving our relationship.
Building a better public sector for all.
Welcome back, Sunrisers. If you're just joining us, well, thanks for coming along. It's time for another Money Master class. It's brought to you by Guardian Life. Now, imagine being able to give your children the gift of financial security without having them lift a finger. Well, today, financial guru Carlton is here to share some of the ways that we can start building generational wealth.
That's it.
And ensuring that the little ones have the financial foundation that they need and that they deserve. Welcome, Carlton.
Hey,
how are you? Good morning. How are you both doing?
Very well,
We're
thank
good.
you. How are
Wonderful.
you?
I'm doing pretty good this morning.
Lovely.
Give thanks for that.
Carlton look like one of them brother, you know, Christmas show them for BET.
Ready for Christmas.
Well, I'm
Ready
really
for
million
Christmas.
US sit down pan.
Sit down pan this morning.
Them have big house and Bentley, them have Ferraris park outside.
like,
but it's Christmas, so welcome that,
like when they introduce her cousin DeAndre. That's it.
Yeah,
coming out this morning.
No, rich cousin. Yeah.
But we're supposed to get over this morning. Hopefully we have enough time to get into it this morning. But setting up your children for wealth is so important. We don't have any control how we entered this world and what state that we came here in. But as parents, if you're watching this morning, John, you call your cousin, your mother, your auntie, all the persons who have children to tune in this morning to the Money Masterclass. But we have a responsibility as parents, how it is that we set up our children and their future to ensure it's better or different from what we were exposed to or what we inherited, if anything came along. But the first thing is, as parents, we need to ensure that we model these kind of habits. We want our kids to be better off, but we're making poor financial decisions. It's up to us, yourself, Miss Kitty, Dennis, myself, as parents, to do better with our money. We have to do better. Be better as parents. Oh, you feel nice as a parent. I'm not going to cry this morning. Don't cry. Practice good money habits. It is so important because you cannot pass on what you don't have. You cannot pass on wealth if you're not taking the time to get the building blocks stacked properly. All right? Number 2 is to do not saddle your kids with unnecessary debts. And you may say, Carlton, but how? Sometimes in Jamaica we have a mindset to say our children are our pension. So we don't put anything in place. And I suppose we can't do that. Because half the challenge that you find is that when your adult child is trying to prepare for life, Dennis, you must think about if mommy gets sick, if daddy gets sick, if them dead right now, what will happen? And half the time, taking out loans to assist a sick parent is already difficult. That's putting them behind the 8 ball already. So number 1, you must get life insurance. If you're a parent and you want to set up your child for wealth in the future, you have to have life insurance.
So how do we get that, Carlton? We go to Guardian Life.
So life insurance, you have several insurance agents. You have Guardian Life who sponsors the segment. You can reach out to one of those persons. You have Sagicor. You have different life insurance agencies that provide life insurance. We would have gone through this already. What is this? But it's really and truly, you're covering yourself as a parent. For example, listing your child as the beneficiary. So in the event that you die, your child is an instant millionaire, just instant.
So what's a good what's a good amount to have? Because you have varying.
Well, it depends, and the advisors will tell you what percentage of your annual income it needs to be to have a good space. But at least if you have $1 million now, it's better than nothing at all. If you have 2 million or 10 million, then. So depending on what you earn annually. So like for you, Dennis, you need a $30 million to match your annual. Miss Kitty, you need all right, you see me at all, the rich vibe. Miss Kitty, you need 200 right now for you and the husband. Put together 200 million to ensure that your child is living no less life than what you're exposing them to right now. You need critical illness. If you become ill, your child should not be worrying about how mommy will take care of daddy. Ensure that you have that in place.
Carlton, I'm sorry, quickly, and I'm happy that you said that, because I think a lot of children are unfortunately robbed of their childhood because they are so straddled with thinking, I have to come take my mother out of poverty, I have to come take my father out of poverty, I have to come help my family. So instead of enjoying their childhood and riding bicycle, play bend down, stocky and dandy shandy, they are thinking about adult things. And a lot of them end up getting in illegal activity because or getting involved with men or different things, Dennis, because they are feeling the pressure of everything rests on me. I mean, the first one, so I have to come take mama out of poverty. Take daddy out of poverty and live their families. And
it's unfair. The reality is unfair. The good thing is that I think this generation, while we have not come into wealth, for example, born into it, we are so more exposed and open to the knowledge and information now through the Money Masterclass, where we are now able to get information to make informed decisions, and that is very good. But look at what we can do now for the children. So these are things we do for ourselves to impact the child. What we can do for the child, number 1, basic. Open an account for the child. It's Christmas now. When the people them say what the kids want for Christmas, no shoes, they might go the shoes. They buy no more shoes for the baby. Jackson have enough shoes. Not do that. Cover your face, get this shame and kill you. Do not go there. Let them send some money to the child's account. Not one more not buying this Christmas. Not one more.
When you said no more shoes, me
look what the side of you. Because we know somebody buy 20 shoes.
No man, they put them buy.
Exactly. But we need an account for the child. Basic thing. The good thing is that your child Miss Kitty can get a tiara from now.
She soon start ask for things.
Yes, your child can get a tiara from now to open their account. Yes, they can get a tiara from now. Yes. So get a tiara, have the account open. Basic. You need a long. Please, we'll talk about that. You need a long-term savings account for the child. Long-term, because generally after 5 years, most are tax-free. So like the withholding tax that is drawn from the account every month, when you get a long-term saving account over 5 years, in most cases, and the products are tax-free. So you want to get that as well for your child. It's generally goal-oriented, meaning you're saving for a purpose. So maybe for high school, or maybe for prep school. Because prep school, maybe if you start at 0, by the time age 5 and you start grade 1, you already have some tax-free money there put aside for the child's those goals. You need a tertiary savings plan. Why do you need that? In most cases, when your child becomes 17, 18, 19, they're going to go to higher education. It could be college, it could be a trade, it could be a skill. But they need not to worry about student loan. And have a time where the child is not wealthy.
Sorry, dear Carlton, and they need not worry when they're 17, 18 about being put out. And people telling me, I don't know.
Go
you have this. Go look life on your own. If you go fend for yourself. At 18 and 19, they're still children. Yes, they are young adults, but they have no business going to fend for themselves and for go look life.
If they don't have to, we put them stay and give them a good start.
Carlton, I'll tell you this quickly. I was talking to a friend of mine and I was asking him about his children. So he's saying, his daughter is fine, she's great, she's a doctor, she's doing well. So your son, I said, boy, I'm still trying to find his footing, I'm not 200, but he might go on, hear the person now. But when you have 2 rich parents, I mean, if he doesn't want to do anything, I guess he can just relax.
Jesus, look at this here.
Then it's the boss say, well, both his parents are rich, so, I said, must be nice.
There's a good and bad, so I get to that down at the trust. There's a good and bad, because you want your kids to be quite productive. No, you want to be in the position to do it, but you don't want them to take advantage of the fact that they don't want to go and work. You want them to at least be productive. They're not work for you, but they're working. That's a good point.
Absolutely
not. What we need to do as parents as well is to acquire financial assets for our children. Acquire some assets for them. Things like stocks for the children. Imagine if you purchase a Grace Kennedy stock 15 years ago. The value now, if you put down $5,000 15 years ago on a Grace Kennedy stock, now that $500,000 maybe worth a couple millions. No, just buying stock and put it down for the child. So instead of buying one of them, carry them when them drive 300,000, buy one stock. Put that down in that. You can get real estate for the child as well. Or you can, I'm scared to tell you, you and Dennis can do both. But if you have to make a choice.
I like the sound of it.
If you have to make a choice, do the one that will impact their future much more. Get real estate. But you may say, put the real estate in my child's name. That's where we jump over to having a trust fund. Put it in a trust. What is a trust? And you want to find that out this morning. It's really a financial arrangement where the person, in our case, the parent, which is really the grantor, gives the asset over to a trustee who is acting on behalf of the beneficiary, which is in this case your child. So the financial asset is placed in the care of the trustee to do what? To manage the investment, to ensure that the income is distributed, whatever your wishes are properly taken care of. But Carlton, why don't just buy the land and put it down, when we dead, them take it and whatever the case is.
Transfer tax.
You're looking at the tax purposes, but also you want to ensure that as a parent, you're putting in some instructions for the child. You don't want to develop wealth, Miss Kitty and Dennis, $20 million of wealth, $30 million. Oh, scared. The child turned 18. Hopefully they are sound-minded. They're not squandered. But what if they aren't? The $20 million where you save all of your life for this child just gone down the drain like that. That's not what you're hoping. Through a trust, you can say, when the child finished their first degree, when they now have a skill, when it is that they're ready to buy a house, when they want to start a business, when they want to do this, give them $10 million. When they have the first child, give them that $10 million. When they're married, give them the house. So you can set up things for your child. So at least when they're big, they might wonder if, boy, I have got to take out 10 loan, boy, I have got to scrabble for life.
Start from scratch.
They have to start from scratch. They have a base already, because through this trust, even if you're not here, your wishes for your child can be taken through. The benefit as well for having a trust, your assets are protected. So in the event that you as the parent went through a little rough patch, you lost your job, you can't pay, stuff like that, the asset that you have in this trust is protected from lawsuits, it's protected from some things like that. Ms. Kitty mentioned tax benefits. So when you see that you're transferring the asset from the trust into the child's name or the beneficiary's name, you have reduced taxes. And a lot of wealthy persons use this option to reduce the tax, transfer tax, etc., over to the beneficiary, who is also the child. The flexibility I spoke on a while ago, because you can tell when to give what, how much to get, etc., etc. And confidentiality. The assets in the trust, Is a name to say, all right, it's a Kitty asset, it's a Dennis asset. It's managed by the trust.
Yes.
But guess what? Before you go ahead, you can always contact an attorney, a licensed attorney, to walk you through our professional to see what trust, because you have different type of trust. You have irrevocable trust, you have revocable trust. Too much to get into this morning.
Yes.
But at least the basic thing is there. You need to ensure that on this board, the 7 or 8 points that Carlton has this morning, 2 and 3, 4, 5 of them, you must have this morning.
And this is where the godparents also come in. So it's not good enough just to want to be somebody's godfather or godmother as a style, okay, and as buy a toy. But these are some of the things that people should be looking into in terms of setting up our children. Carlton, Dennis, people from other races and cultures, they set up their children. We need to get out of this habit or mindset that children are your pension and you did struggle in life. So you have to come struggle too. And you never have nobody to help you. So them lucky. It takes a village. Our children did not ask to be here, and as best as we can, we should set them up for success and elevation and progress. So nobody can take a step with your pick to them. You understand? And bring down your pick to them. And them have to get involved in things where them don't want to get in and do it so before time. So please, ladies and gentlemen, that's why I asked Carlton, Dennis, because we're talking about money and stuff like that, but how can we make our children's lives better than ours?
This morning, Money Masterclass brought to you by Carlton and Miss Kitty this morning.
See the personal details. Conditions
apply this morning.
Thank you so much, Carlton.
It was my pleasure.
I can always depend on you to get us the information that we need, and we just want to thank you for the education, and we sincerely appreciate the direction. And you can find him, Carlton G. Stew, on all social media platforms for further information. All right, thank you so much, Carlton. It's time for another quick break, but I hope you took your notes, call the people and let them know this is what we're doing for 2025, okay? Gonna take a quick break. Yeah, TK is up next with the morning news. Yay!
Strike? Don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today, and live secure. Live easy.
The Live Good initiative is aimed at promoting healthy, respectful relationships at home, at school, and in our communities. Let's return to the days when members of our communities all participated in rearing our children with kindness, good manners, and discipline. Let's respect each other. Let's become our brother's keeper. Let's replace violence with understanding. Let's all strive to live good.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
The Time by Hyundai or Hyundai 5 free payments, 3 years free insurance, or 3 years free petrol bonus is
7 o'clock.
AnyBet is Jamaica's premier company for in-person or online betting in Jamaica, with more than 40 locations nationwide. Enjoy more games, more bets, and more winnings at anybet.com, with access to the widest range of products to place your bets, including football, cricket, dog racing, and a host of exciting instant games that offer some of the best odds available. Chances are there's an AnyBet location near you. Must be 18 years and older. AnyBet, your best bet.
JN Bank Small Business Loans is linked to so many stories of ordinary Jamaicans and their extraordinary success.
We're very proud to have helped small, medium, and micro businesses come to life and thrive over the years.
It's a demonstration of our strong belief in the business ambitions of Jamaicans. Come, talk to us. Tell us your business. Let's start a partnership and let your business plans appear in real life.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. Torrington Park in South St. Andrew was yesterday rocked when a section of the government-owned high-rise residential building's staircase collapsed, with one level falling into another below. One individual who was on the staircase at the time was injured, and the residents of the 16 apartments served by the staircase unable to access their homes. The PNP in a statement reasons the dangerous incident could and should have been avoided. It notes since 2018, its president, Mark Golding, has been calling attention to the deteriorating state of the building and repeatedly reached out to key officials. Golding shares for nearly 5 years there has been no effective action taken to ensure the necessary repairs were done, in spite of meetings, inspections, and assurances that the repairs have been approved, only for the work to be deferred, with nothing done to address this avoidable risk. He's now calling for urgent intervention from the government of Jamaica. Vinay Walia has stepped down as Group Managing Director of the Guardsman Companies. That's according to media reports last evening. Walia, who has been dubbed as Kenny Benjamin's right-hand man, proved critical in the company's transitioning to being more cyber-sensitive and innovative. He was hired in 2016 and came with 20 years of experience. We'll continue to track this developing story. National Journalism Week kicked off on Sunday with its annual church service held at the Fellowship Tabernacle in Kingston. This year's theme for the week-long series of activities, Media Power, Shaping Democracy or Serving Agendas. Among the calendar events, the PAJ's Veterans Luncheon to be held on Wednesday, November 20, in which 5 outstanding members of the fraternity will be honored for their distinguished service to the profession. Then there's the highlight of the week, the PAJ Awards show and after party, where the next Journalist of the Year and Young Journalist of the Year will be selected. The curtains come down on the extended week of activities on Monday, November 25, with a virtual journalism forum catering to journalism students at the NCU and the UWI. We'll be joined later here in the show by PAJ President Dashan Hendricks to tell us more on what to expect. Downtown Kingston continues to see shifts in the organization and cleanliness of the space. On Sunday, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, continued its Cleaner City initiative, allowing for freer flow of traffic and order along the thoroughfare. Adrian Williams has more.
The move to make downtown Kingston a cleaner environment continues with the latest cleanup on Beckford Street. Chief Executive Officer for the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, Robert Hill, says the cleanup was long overdue.
Well, as you can see behind me, we are on Beckford Street, actually at the intersection of Orange and Beckford Street. We have commenced a comprehensive cleanup, it's a continuation actually, from other areas that we have done in the past weeks, namely Haywood Street and the Princess Street. So this is a continuation of our efforts to clean and clear the main thoroughfares throughout the Market District downtown.
Inspector David Lowe, in charge of the public order team, embraces the move as he says thieves seek refuge on Beckford Street because of the congestion.
It is a cleaning exercise to actually take over back Beckford Street, where we will ensure that public order is restored and maintained. So vehicular traffic can move freely along Beckford Street, as also the pedestrian can actually use the sidewalk in which it was designed for. Vendors will not be excluded. They will get a particular space that will be marked out, and they are expected to conform and vend in those designated venues.
Vendors who occupy spaces on Beckford Street are also happy about the move.
I feel very good, very nice, very smashing. The road gonna clean up nice for Christmas, so we'll make extra money. All the mucks and crosses and destruction.
And the Ruby and the salt and the island gone.
Please look good.
Yeah.
Every aisle, every pole, every can sell now.
Adrian Williams reporting for CVM News.
Over in sports now, Jamaica trails 1-0 against the USA as they head into Monday night's decisive second leg in St. Louis, Missouri, set for an 8 p.m. kickoff.
Handle the ball, big game players, and Ravel has always been one of them. I worked with him for 2 years at Derby County, and I got to know him well. I like him. He's got a great personality and a big talent, unbelievable talent. He wasn't picked before because he wasn't playing. All of a sudden he gets a club in Dubai and he's playing very well from my reports over there, scoring goals, assisting. And I think this is a perfect game and a perfect opportunity for Ravel to come into the squad. This is a big game. And whether he starts or whether he comes on, he's one of them players who can win a game of football, a little like Leon, and we've got plenty of them.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Come and go, but your jewelry lasts forever. Birthdays, engagements, anniversaries, graduation, or just because. Whatever it is, celebrate with Royal Jewelers. But we are more than just jewelry. Pick up your favorite scents and even the small appliances that's missing from your kitchen, all under one roof. Visit us at Shop 8 Tropical Plaza or Shop 3 Pavilion Mall. Royal Jewelers, timeless beauty within your reach.
Merry Christmas from Edgecombe Paints, changing lives 1 gallon at a time.
Recycling partners of Jamaica. Yeah, we got to make a change, and we have to do it now, can't wait for later. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies and in the drains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, yeah, the place of it clean. PET, the top of the ethylene. HDPE, buckle of it get sprayed. Baby to granny, everybody roping. Yeah, we got to go green, you know what I mean. See the sign from the bin, if we drop it in through car window, you flick, that another thing. And we don't want no garbage in this game. No, we are the little bug, them are not the same. So listen up, Jamaica, I'm saying it's time to make a change. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place, and we all can agree that will be safer than in the gullies in the every rains. Recycling partners of Jamaica. We put plastic in its place.
Fan Central Pitchside is brought to you by Edgecombe in financial cooperation, Connex Services, Texaco, and Jamaica Stock Exchange.
Pineapple juice in your face. You need a man with his hands screwed on. And I got a best head on my shoulder, feeling roll like roller coaster. And there's no place on the road. Make room for you, baby. Excuses don't face me. Your bumper go crazy.
Yeah, Yeah, that was from Food and Drink Festival.
I know.
Yeah, so if you missed
I saw
it,
the highlights.
if you missed it, you really missed it. Well, welcome back, Sunrisers. It's only 37 days until Christmas.
Oh my
and while we're all about celebrating the season with how this year's been going, we might need to rethink some things when it comes to the holiday menu, you know, because
same one, some every time, Dennis.
no man, it can be. And this is a special holiday. It's a special holiday first. I tell you.
I gotta tell you.
Breakfast is served this morning with celebrity chef, corporate chef,
international chef,
corporate chef.
Yes.
Brian Lumley, who's here to show us how to whip up an authentic Christmas breakfast on a budget.
Love that.
Yeah,
Love
man. That you see that word? Budget.
Yes, budget.
Yeah.
Very, very crucial.
Tanta Blacks, they tell about it.
So, Brian, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
But it's always a pleasure looking at Brian. Me know Brian from Brian before he passed for JC, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
From before sociology?
No.
Yeah, he knew my older brother. They were on the debate team. I was on in the audience watching that 1998 history-making team.
May I tell you?
That was a very proud
So we go
moment.
way back. But and I remember when he said he wanted to be a chef, and we were quite frightened.
Yeah.
Because we thought he was going.
Sexy.
Yeah. But him Michelle Long chef.
He's the man. He is the boss.
Tell us what's it like. You know, this is what you do now every day.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun at times. There's times like any other artist, because I take it very passionately. And there's sometimes you lose inspiration. You know, I've lost inspiration for a number of years, months. You know, depending on what's happening in your life and so on. But there are other times when it's very rewarding, because when you're coming out of that and you go through that struggle, then it helps you to and builds you and prepare you for the reward. Right? So during that time, you go through doing a lot of creative things, which brings me to, this is one of these creative things. This one. This dish I'm going to prepare this morning is something that in my travels that I discovered when I was how can I say it? It's the picture right there that has a nice escape in the sky. So on my way to Blue Mountain, I stopped at a little shop and saw this thing called Yaba. It's a Rastaman shop. And I saw this fried dough in the middle of the little, the metal box, case. And I was like, what is that? And I'm saying it was a Yaba and some of them stuff with ackee, callaloo and so on. And I'm saying this must be cheap because it tastes like a fried dumpling.
Yes.
Nice dough on the outside, filling on the inside. It can be cabbage and callaloo, pak choy, okra and carrot. So a lot of cheap things. So I thought it was such an amazing dish to use for this topic, meals on a budget, right?
And though you're a corporate chef, you still always maintain that desire to provide for the everyday person on the go who's looking something on a budget. That's what I love.
Absolutely. For me, my day job, being a corporate chef at Nestle, that's the core of our essence. We want to provide all the solutions. Sorry, let me just have to turn this.
Make it bono.
No, we can't make it bono. All the solutions that the household will need. So one of our biggest brands, Maggi.
Yes.
Yeah. When we're cooking
which I used in my pasta yesterday.
You know what I mean? And it helps to stretch the meal. You can't have a flavorful meal without Maggi.
Definitely not.
Not in Jamaica. It's unheard of. All right. So for this, I'll just quickly tell you how this is made. The easiest way to explain it, just make a fried dumpling dough and add a little dry yeast to it.
Okay.
All right. Once you add a little dry yeast, you let it rest.
Where dry yeast sell?
Dry yeast sell in every supermarket.
Okay, great.
Just look for active dry yeast. It's a dry ingredient. It's a small packet. They sell it or sell it. Yeah, they sell it in small packets and large packets. And you just need, to 1 pound of flour, you probably need a half a teaspoon of yeast.
Okay.
Along with baking powder.
Okay.
All right? So make your normal fried dumpling dough.
And if you buy the self-rising flour, you just add the yeast to that?
If you buy a self-rising flour, you don't need to add any yeast.
See, that's
everything is there.
I knew that. I knew
So you can just use the self-rising flour.
Nice.
All right? You let that stay for like an hour.
Yes.
All right? It blooms. You punch it down. And then you roll it into balls, right? Like this. Just like a fried dumpling that you're going to fry, but then you roll it flat.
Right?
You cook your filling just like how you do. So for this one, I have callaloo, cabbage, and pak choi.
Nice.
You saute it, salt and pepper, and you add your Maggi cube.
Nice,
right?
yes.
I have a vegetable
with the Maggi cube.
Yeah, man, just sprinkle it in. Right? Salt, pepper. Well, not a lot of salt, but pepper, and then a little butter. Right? Oops.
Nice.
Right?
Once
that cools down, then you stuff it in this. I put a little egg wash on the side.
What's the egg wash for, Brian?
Egg wash is really just to hold the dough, right?
Hold the agent, yeah.
And then I monitor my temperature. I want to keep it between 300 and 350, right? No more than that. So you sometimes put it in it.
A temperature gun?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
You have to, yeah. And a lot of these, they sell at Perry's, they sell at Azan's. There's a lot of places that you can get them, or you can get them online.
Okay.
Right? Now, if you look at this one that just went in, you see it's bubbling.
Yes.
And you see this one not bubbling as much.
Yes.
Sometimes that fool a lot of people to turn up the flame.
Oh.
Right? When it's just going there, you want to have the ideal. That's why I use a temperature gun. Because you might look at this and say between 300 and 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Right? So it has a laser. You use the laser, you point it not at the dough, because we're going to give you a different temperature. You point it at the oil. What does it say?
306.
All right. So that means you're getting a little low. All right? Put it up to 7.
Turn up.
Right. But you keep it in there because it's going to go up. And
then
if you want you to take the fork for me and just turn that for me to make sure that you monitor.
I never have the temperature. I just gauge it. Which one am I turning?
Fried dumpling have a fry low.
You see? Oh, so low
turn
heat.
That one? Yeah, man. Look,
oh,
perfect.
This one,
you see, you like you put it on the side. Naturally, I without even having to tell her. She puts it on the side that needs to caramelize. You see? You know we cook at them here.
I did my sweet chili salmon yesterday in pasta, darling.
Oh my God.
Remember, I told you.
Good.
I sauce them international with my Maggi in it.
Love that. Love that. Yeah. And then once you're done, you get this result. I can break it in for the viewers.
Amazing.
And that's yaba. You can have that with some mango chutney with a little raisins in this. And you have it. I mean, I'm going to take a bite of it.
But Brian, you can even do this for like your child's lunch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Very easy to send it.
And what I like too, it's healthy because you notice what it's stuffed with, right? The pak choi, the callaloo, whatever it is, the cabbage.
You don't want to try it?
So I'm going to try it, but I was watching the pot.
Oh, me watch the pot for you.
Oh, watch it for me, please.
I'll work over here.
Yeah. I love this, guys.
I never know it would have. This is callaloo one, so that one is the okra and sausage.
All right, guys, let me try it for you. So this is a mango. How does mango chutney make our weight sell?
Mango chutney, very simple to make. Once it's in season, onion, a little touch of garlic, you add a little cumin, sugar, you brown the sugar first, and a little cinnamon, and you add the onion and garlic, add the mango, some raisins, and let it stew down.
It's Christmas time is around the corner. We're literally on us right now.
This
and I know you do catering.
Absolutely.
Because, gone are the days when, you want to slave in the kitchen and cook the Christmas dinner and then you're tired of when 2025 come. All right? Where can we find you to cater for us, cater for our families, to cater
Instagram,
for work?
Chef Lumley _ or Chef Lumley, just Chef Lumley. Christmas is usually booked though, so by now it's booked already. But that's where you can find me. I would say that.
Too late.
It's a little too late now.
And so young Sunrise Chef Lumley, I would like to book you.
So you know whoever has booked him, it's like, darling, guess who's cooking for us this Christmas?
Well, Chef Lumley.
And then next year we just wrapped up a fantastic Maggi masterclass.
Nice.
That went. I'm coming back with it next year. This is something that I do with Nestle at Maggi. And it's a class, very interactive class. We teach you how to utilize our products properly. And it's a very fun class. You see all the story on my Instagram. No, absolutely. I'm going to have a special class for certain crew. You know what I mean? You can bring it. I normally put it to HR teams, and it comes a very good team building exercise.
Nice.
Right? So once again, they can reach out to me. We have a website, www.nestlerecipescaribbean.com. Sign up to our newsletter, and you can get information on how to join our.
I love this guy in real life. He's my friend in real life, and I always support him. He's an amazing human being and so very good at what he does. Thank you so much for sharing your talent with us this morning.
Big up.
I'm going to share this with my palate, some more. I'm very grateful for this. And I got an idea now because I'm going to do that when I get home as well. For a very special celebrity, international chef extraordinaire, Brian Lumley, bringing a budget-friendly Christmas breakfast to the kitchen. Stay with us. Sunrise continues right after this. And you know what I'm bad with this now, Brian? You know, when you cook that, no, Milo tea after that and that. But you know that, truly, true, but you know what?
That's it. We're closed. I am so sorry. We only have 3 parties left.
It's a Jamaican thing but full of flavor. Hey. We set the trend style major. Juicy party, have a savor. You know the party nice when we do the juicy party bounce. Party bounce, party bounce, watch it bounce, watch it bounce. Hot party, watch it steam. Juicy party bounce, party bounce, party bounce, watch it bounce, watch it bounce. Juicy party, ready for we go. From food I keep in our party. Juicy party, have something for everybody. So party for nice. Party bounce, watch it bounce, watch it bounce. Hot party, watch it steam. Juicy party bounce. Grab your family and do the juicy party bounce.
Win a barrel of things, valued at over $400,000 with Digicel. When you gift your loved ones a 7-day plan for just $1,100 in My Digicel, share one more gift, one more moment, one more smile. Digicel, better connected this Christmas.
Get ready for the lowest prices of the year at the Active Home Center Black Friday sale in Kingston and Montego Bay. Save big on tiles, bathroom fixtures, furniture, lighting, and more just in time for the holidays. Join us now until Saturday, November 30 for unbeatable deals you won't want to miss. Visit our newly relaunched Montego Bay location at Barnett Tech Park at the intersection of Fairfield and Barnett Street, or our upgraded Kingston showroom at 84 Constant Spring Road. Conditions apply. Active Home Center. More savings, more choices.
This week on Central Expressions.
Today we're out here in Mother Nature. We're at the Gulfview Hotel hosting our first annual Marriage Maneuvers Through Kingdom Principles.
And today at the Black River Film Festival, even though it's so hot, it was good, guys.
And today we'll talk about ownership of land.
Tune in to Central Expressions on CVMTV Sundays at 3 p.m. Repeat Fridays at
Oh, what that?
Is a barrel lunch?
Yeah, get your feet. Very well. I gotta tell you, it's always so great right here on Sunrise. And if you want to be a part of the fun, well, tune in 6 to 8 a.m.
Definitely.
Every weekday.
Definitely.
And tell a friend to tell a friend. Well, guess what, guys? Everyone knows that the official countdown to Christmas begins when the Digicel Christmas campaign is launched.
That's so true, you know.
I'm gonna ask
That's so true.
Digicel, are we the fan Christmas?
After that, you just know, say, I'm on a Christmas time, you start feel it.
Listen, you just know, say, when Digicel launch,
yeah,
our campaign, it's all about we. And you just don't say, oh yeah, Christmas right now, and you can look forward to something really big, right? So Digicel has flipped the switch to light up our homes and our hearts with another super exciting promotion. One home, one Jamaica. To ring in the season. Now we're joined this morning by my Digicel family, or Digicel Chief Marketing Officer, Mr. Tari Lavelle, and Head of Business Marketing, the very beautiful and effervescent Kimberly Campbell. Good morning, family.
Morning.
Barrel come. Barrel come. Digicel barrel come. Barrel come. No, when Mr. Barrel, I get very excited.
Well, I know.
Rightfully so.
Yeah.
The phrase barrel come is something so synonymous with Jamaica, especially when it comes in time for Christmas.
Absolutely.
You know, you ever see somebody dress up nice and them say, hey, barrel come.
Well, guess what? Digicel barrel come. So Mr. Lavelle talked to us this morning about this very wonderful, creative promotion for this Christmas?
Well, listen, One Home, One Jamaica has been about celebrating as a nation, right? We just had a phenomenal Olympics, and we brought to you the One Digicel, One Jamaica campaign. And it's all about being Jamaican and traditionally Jamaican. And we know Christmas is about sorrel, it's about grand market, it's about hanging out with the family, gifting each other, and as you say, a barrel of things, right? So we wanted to keep it as Jamaican as possible, and I want to keep it very simple. This year, we're giving out 30 barrels to our customers. Every week, we're giving out 5. Now, you might ask what comes in the barrel. So, Kimmy, come and show them what's in the barrel.
What's in the barrel,
yes. Oh, even, there we go.
So, we're looking at a Samsung Ultra S24.
We're looking at a brand new iPad.
We're looking at the gift baskets from Massey.
Yes.
We're looking at CPJ gift baskets.
Wow.
A Nintendo Switch.
Brand new.
Our friends at Grace gave us gift baskets as well. We have a case of Red Stripe beer. We have all wholesome items coming from Fontana. So we went with our partners to make sure it's something wholesome for the family.
Absolutely.
It gives them a break and it gives them something that, you know, everybody can partake in.
Wow.
And we make sure, you know, we're trying to make everybody's life easier at the same time.
Right. Well,
and the one thing we forgot is we're also giving out $100,000 cash in the barrel as well.
In the
Yeah, man.
Because normally when they send the barrel, you don't need the money for go clear the barrel. So did you say clear the barrel? So you give it the barrel.
We are pack the barrel. We are clear the barrel, and we are put cash in the barrel. Plus a bag of things.
Whoever sat and thought of this, pay them again.
I gotta tell you.
Pay them again. I want them bad.
So Kimmy, with all of those things, so that you're getting everything plus gifts and household items, because normally sometimes, you know, the barrel can have some little things, right? So like, everything, Tari, is top notch, top tier. And you can get literally gifts for your children in the barrel.
For sure.
How can customers enter to win?
All right, let's start with our prepaid customers. So 1 day, 3 day, 7 day, and a 30-day plan. Once you activate it, you're in to win. Plan gifting is also an opportunity for you. And you can also share data. So when you share the data that you have from the plan, you get double the entry. We're not leaving out postpaid, because postpaid always say, what are we getting? What are we getting?
All the time.
If you're a postpaid customer, all you need to do is pay your bill in full and on time. And depending on your postpaid plan, gives you an entry. So if you have the intro, 2 entries. You have the postpaid plus 16 entries.
Wow.
So you are always doubling your entries depending on your plan. And also, if you want to add to that plan entry, just put an add-on service on that plan. And you're adding to that stakes that you have in terms of your chances to win.
Oh, wow.
Talk about our friends and family overseas. Once you send a Stay Connected plan to any friend or family, you gain an entry. That friend and family gains an entry.
In a foreign?
In the promotion as well.
Oh, wow.
Digicel Plus, our home and entertainment customers, sign up for any Digicel Plus plan and you gain an entry. But if you also select a Classic 400 or a Fiber 400, we slash the 50% off for you for that installation price as well.
Wow.
So we're not leaving out any of our customers this year.
So you got everybody covered.
Everybody.
Of course.
And you're all in a special raffle. So your postpaid people, don't even worry about the prepaid people. You're in your own raffle as a postpaid customer.
So like how me a postpaid and me have Digicel home, me qualify 2 times?
Listen, that's how it works.
Yes.
Yeah.
As long as it's 2 different accounts.
2
different accounts.
And just to add, it's 5 barrels. So 3 goes to prepaid, 1 for postpaid, and 1 for Digicel Plus. So everybody is in that pool each week.
I like that.
Yeah.
So how will customers know if they have won?
Most importantly, 619-5000. Kitty, you know me get tired of get called a scammer whenever I call her. Guys, the way how you...
Miss Kitty.
All you have to do is look out for the number 876-619-5000. And I know a lot of people on social media always say, but what if, listen, run out the meeting. Run out the meeting and tell them, say, you're about to win a barrel of things, because Digicel is calling you and we're making sure that you're set up for the family. You can give away to the community. That's what this Christmas is about. It's about being able to give away and share the love.
And by the way, guys, just to ask, can I enter as many times, you know, is it only 1 entry?
No, man. So even when you gift a plan now, you get double entry. When you buy a plan, you get the single entry. So 3 days, you get 3 entries.
You see that?
7
I like
days,
that.
7 entries.
So when you gift others,
you
gain as well.
You see that? That's hot. That's hot.
You want to know something even more special?
Please do.
All right. So when you gift somebody now, that person enters into a raffle to potentially win $10,000 on radio. So every week, there will be 3 cash call winners of $10,000 when you receive the gift. Now, if you receive the gift, we're going to ask you, you want to keep it or you want to pass it on?
What it is? A bird in the alley is worth more than me a keep my one in the car.
All right, here. Just pick out somebody who always a beg your credit. Gift them a plan.
Yeah.
I really gifted the plan. I gift yourself.
You see that? That's hard. The gift that keeps on giving.
The gift keeps on giving. You know, so I give you a plan from Digicel for the whole Christmas season. Yeah, man, just give them it. How you want?
How long is the promotion running for?
So
we started on November 15th, straight until December 31st. And remember, it's a 6-week promotion, 30 barrels, 5 every week. So everybody, if you don't get the first week, you have another chance at the second and the third weeks. Just a reminder, you can only win once in the promotion, though.
Okay. Very well. Yeah, that's fair. But let me ask you, Tari, quickly, because I know Digicel, we're always on the road. Yeah. Are you guys going to be on the road? Are you having any road shows? Where can persons come out to see you guys?
We are going to be in the communities from November 29th to December 21st. We're in St. Martin Bay. We're in
St. Martin Bay.
We're at Martin Bay. We're at Sam Sharp Square.
St. Martin Bay. Like that. All would be very happy.
We'll be all over. We're going to be in St. Elizabeth. We're going to be in, and we're finishing it off at Sam Sharp Square with a big bang with all of our partners, with concert, performances. So we're encouraging everybody to meet us on the road. But Kitty, I don't want to overwhelm the fams. There's also Black Friday. On November 29th, on Black Friday, if our customers visit any Digicel retail store decked in red, so full red shirt, red pants, red shoes, you are going to get the biggest discount you have ever experienced in Digicel history.
I need a phone from my mother. May I dress up?
But a time for me for upgrade to the 24 Ultra.
That is true.
I was saying I would do it next year.
No, man.
But no.
Delay is danger.
Delay is danger.
Strike while the iron is hot.
That's right.
I've already Tams.
Me have red.
Me have red shirt.
Me have red lipstick.
There you go. I have red shirt. Me have a red polo shirt. We can come out full red.
Fully red.
We can put on a Liverpool shirt and stuff.
Don't do that.
We're top of the table.
For now.
So that's Black Friday, November 29. Come decked in red at any Digicel retail store, and you're going to get a huge discount. Very well. And of course, for more information, where can we find it? On social media.
So on our social media pages at digiceljamaica.com. So that's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even X. All the updates from the roadshow, from the stores, all that's happening on the promotion. Just follow us there.
A barrel of things. Digicel.
A barrel of things.
Put another barrel here. Come, give me a start pack the barrel here. What? Barrel of things. That is
Christmas sketching
That was Tari Lovell, Digicel Chief Marketing Officer, and Kimberly Campbell, Head of Business Marketing, bringing up barrel of things courtesy of Digicel this Christmas. It's time for another break. Law and Order JA is up next. We're going to pack a barrel. Soon come back.
Yes. Look at this up there.
Oh, what that? Is a barrel lunch?
Gun violence must stop. It needs to stop. Be the change, not the chain. Let's end gun violence now. Let's all live good.
A message from the Ministry of National Security.
Fish farmers and all fishermen get your new way to get your license in your hand. I refuse.
Rotted. Johnny, your bag. Jump in the water, fisherman license tonight.
Don't worry about that, man.
Accidents do happen, but easy application for your fishing license from your smartphone makes things a little easier. iRefit allows you to register for any fishing license, permit, or authorization anytime, anywhere. With iRefit, you get faster processing times when you register online from any mobile device or computer. A new system, the iRefit system for fishers like
me
and me.
And me. Ask about iRefit, the new system for fishers and fish farmers. Register today for an easier way. iRefit is a joint project of the National Fisheries Authority and the Transformation Implementation Unit.
This holiday season, you can make a child in care's dream come true. Create lasting memories.
We invite you to open your hearts and homes this holiday season to a child in care. Take a child home this holiday.
Submit your applications early ahead of the November 29th deadline.
Together, we can make this holiday season brighter for children in care. Join us in making dreams come true.
Take a child home for the holiday program. Apply now at www.childprotection.gov.jm or visit any of our parish offices.
Our Sunshine Girls are home and will host a test series for the first time in 3 years. They will renew their rivalry with England's Vitality Roses this month. Come out and support world-class netball from the National Indoor Sports Centre on November 25 at 6:30 p.m. and November 26 at 7 p.m. Get your tickets now at quapit.com. General admission $2,000. Courtside $3,500. VIP $5,500. Season passes are also available. Jamaica's Sunshine Girls are back and ready to roll.
That's me on the corner. People don't bother feel like you can predict who is going to be in the shop with me. A ship carry you back again. Controversial. How old were you?
8 years old.
Now we're contemplating. These are the digits. What kind of episode this one? Another junction in life. I have 2 left foot there. Yeah, know. Yeah, man. See the buckle of the Nigeria now. This is my show, and you will not drop word from me. They even know them things. DJ, I can't say that no. You're going to mash up some house.
You know, say barber shop is really there ready to make your cut.
So, where you cut before? The cut, okay. Now I'm where I want to be.
The Cut is brought to you by Flow.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. It's a beautiful Monday morning, and thank you so very much for being here right in Kingston, Jamaica. I want to say good morning to all our viewers on YouTube, and when you're on our YouTube channel, please do remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and always remember to spread the word. All of you in TV land, getting ready for work, getting ready for school, whatever it is, CVM Sunrise, we are always there with you. Now, if you're just joining us, it's time for Law and Order JA, and with us this morning to help navigate the matter at hand is partner at Nunes, Cofield, Dillon & Co. Terje Sherman. Counsel is here. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are
Kitty.
you?
Thank you for having me. I'm good.
Lovely. All right, Terje. So, the question today that was sent in reads as follows. Jane Brown is a Jamaican who resides overseas. She has worked hard and saved enough money to purchase her little slice of Jamaica. She is interested in purchasing an apartment that has not yet been constructed. She intends to pay a sizable deposit. How can she ensure that her investment is secure? So in the realm of conveyancing.
Yes, we are real estate this morning. So, Mrs. Kitty, I mean, one of the key things for Jane to look out for to ensure that at the end of the day she will have a product that she's proud of is the type of development and the developer that she's going to buy into.
Right.
Certainly, a developer makes and breaks, but at the end of the day, what some of the key things that she wants to look out for: ensure that the development has real estate board approval, that the developer is licensed with the real estate board, that they have all the approvals from the municipality, that's the parish council. She wants to ensure that the building approvals are in place. Another key thing that she can look out for, if it is that the developer is less experienced, or for a first-time developer, because all developers start somewhere,
yes.
right, is the key persons that will build the team and the project. So the architects, the contractors, the engineers, even the lawyers. Certainly those persons, experienced professionals, can bolster the profile of a developer.
All right, let's backtrack a little bit. So you mentioned making sure that the real estate
board approvals
are there, ensure that the contractor is registered,
right,
is reputable.
Yes.
Where can Jane find this information? Because she's overseas,
right,
so maybe she can't fly down to
right,
come and
certainly.
visit. Where can she find?
So I mean, a lot of purchasers are from outside the jurisdiction in diaspora. So if it's key, if she has an attorney can ask the developer's attorney for this information. She can also go through a real estate agent to find out this information prior to entering into any contract.
Okay.
I know that she says she's going to be doing a sizable deposit. It is likely then that the developer will be using portions of this deposit to help to build. As scary as that might seem for a purchaser, the law actually allows parameters that this can be done.
Tell us about that.
Under the Real Estate Dealers and Developers Act, the Real Estate Board will allow a developer to use portions of persons' deposits to construct. What is important in that case, Jane wants to ensure that she has a look on the land title or through her attorney, ensure that the land title has a Real Estate Board charge endorsed on it. Once that charge is there, the developer can utilize deposits. The protection that is afforded to purchasers and to Jane in this case is in a worst case scenario, the Real Estate Board will be able to recover the development as is and sell.
Right.
And then they will be able to then refund the purchasers from the sale proceeds in a worst case scenario.
In a worst case scenario.
Yeah.
So in terms of looking at the land or getting, I don't know, drone footage or getting the blueprint, can she demand those things because she wants to have an idea of what the finished product will look like?
So every developer in their site office, they will have plans available where you can go in and visit, or an agent can go and look at them for you. What is key is that she has a look at it before she signs the contract. So she can pay a visit. And I mean, when she comes to Jamaica and she's here at home, drive past the development, ensure that you see some exactly.
Yes.
Ensure that she goes and she visits. She can drive by. She can try and arrange a site visit, even though developers, and for security and insurance purposes, they might not want people on property, but drive by and ensure that you see persons over there working and activities happening on property.
Let me ask you two questions quickly, Counsel. What if a situation arises where the project was supposed to finish in 3 years,
right,
but it's not done in 3 years?
Yes.
Jane, pay our money already. I was expecting my house to be ready in 3 years. One, is there any recourse that Jane has if the developer does not develop on time? And two, what about any hidden or pop-up costs that may arise, say for example, as a result of inflation?
Right.
So when we started the deal, it was 500,000, but based on the time and the market and the economy, boy, Jane, you have to go pay 530. But that's not what you told me.
Precisely.
How do we deal with that?
So let's answer the first question. In terms of delays, every contract will provide for delays. It isn't expected that if a developer commits to a 3-year timeline, it's always estimated. So delays will always factor in, and your contract will speak to a clause for delays. It gives a very long list of reasons. One of the main ones being acts of God, so like weather.
Yes.
We're coming out of a busy hurricane season now. So a lot of developments would have been delayed as a result. The contract would give you a time period for extension, so like a 6-month period. But of course, for some reasons, there's an inordinate delay. The contract should provide for an out for Jane to get her deposit and cancel the transaction in a worst case scenario.
And that's why you need lawyers for a land transaction.
Certainly.
Don't take it to your friend or your auntie or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. Get an attorney so things are in writing. And about the pop-up costs.
And then if you have some hidden costs, now this one isn't so much a hidden cost, it's actually in plain sight. Most of the contracts are there, but purchasers tend to miss it. A lot of these pre-construction agreements speak to escalation.
Yes.
Right, so you'll have an escalation clause which says you've priced this unit here in 2024, but we anticipate it's going to complete in 3 years. You can expect some inflated costs during that period. What the developer will most likely do is pass on a portion of that cost to the purchaser. So that clause will give you a cap of, say, 10%. So if it is that the purchase price was 30 million in Jane's case, and she may end up with an additional cost of 10% of that 30 million, means she might have to find $3 million on completion. what I like to tell persons is try and negotiate this cost from inception. Whether it is she's paying a sizable deposit, she can use that as a tactic to try and reduce it or have them waive it altogether.
Yes.
If not, it's something you have to prepare for from day one. It means instead of really paying $30 million for it, which is what is advertised, you're really paying $33 million for it at the end of the day. A lot of developments are also priced in USD. And if it's in United States dollars and you're earning Jamaican and you're going to pay, say, by way of a mortgage in Jamaican dollars, you could end up with the inflation based on just an exchange rate.
Yeah.
Right. That's a little harder to anticipate what the final cost will be because you never know what the dollar may rise to in a 3-year period. So just try and put some money aside, especially if you're buying into something pre-construction, to ensure that you have funds at hand because you may end up with these costs at the end.
Very well articulated, counsel. Thank you so very much. I rest my case.
Thank you,
that is why
Kitty.
she's a partner at Nunes, Cofield, Dillion & Co. because she knows her job like whoa. Okay? Love it. Thank you so very much
Thank you, Mrs. Kitty.
For that. All right? That was Terje Sherman, partner at Nunes, Cofield, Dillion & Co. And please do remember to keep those legal questions coming by sending them to our socials at CVM_television or at Sunrise CVM. We'll be right back.
One more moment to capture. One more you can create. One more 6 love to settle the score. One more sneaky slice. One more family tradition. And one more little addition. Share one more gift with one more smile. Digicel, better connected this Christmas.
Hey girl, of course I'm at Mega Mart. Where else do you expect me to be? Girl, the prices here are ridiculously low. Anyway, look, I know you never asked, but I got me some meats, I got me vegetables, I also got me some juices, and then I stopped by the bakery, then I went by the pharmacy where I did a little banking, and girl, I am just so excited for tonight. Listen, Mega Mart has the best prices by far.
Our days get a little complex sometimes. Often so many things make sense, yet so many do not. We are being intentional about giving prominence to the big stories in order to clarify and enlighten. Lead Story explains who, what, when, where, why, and how. Lead Story with George Davis, weekdays at 6:30 p.m. on CVMTV.
Welcome back to Sunrise. If you're just joining us, thanks for coming along. This week is Journalism Week with a focus on the role that journalism plays in shaping public opinion as well as strengthening democracy. Well, from highlighting the challenges faced by journalists to celebrating those who continue to make a difference, President of the Press Association of Jamaica, the PAJ, Dashan Hendricks, he joins us this morning to share what we can expect from this year's week of activities. Welcome, Dashan.
Hey, Dennis, how are you doing?
All is well. I'm good.
I hope you're all is well.
Good. Well, you know, Journalism Week is always an important week, of course. I mean, as journalists, we look forward to the Journalist Awards. Yeah. That's a big item on the calendar. But tell us about the week in general.
All right, well, Journalism Week this week, as you know, started yesterday with a church service at Fellowship Tabernacle. That's Reverend Tal Miller's church. And we had a pretty lovely service, I must tell you, really, Dennis. I enjoyed the service up to last night. I was telling telling the folks in the PAJ group, hey, that was a lovely service.
Yeah.
Nice. But we're moving to the week. On Wednesday, we have our Veterans Luncheon, where we honor 5 veterans. Arthur Hall from the Jamaica Observer, Barbara Gale, who is retired but still works at the Cleaner,
Okay.
Joseph Wellington, who works at the Jamaica Observer, as well as Neville Bell at RJR,
General,
and the Durant Piet at Our Dot today. So we are honoring 5 of our journalists this year as veterans. And the big day, as I spoke about, where we have the National Journalism Awards, where we select our business journalists of the year, our sports journalists of the year, young journalists, best news story, best investigative story, best health story. And of course, the big one for everybody is the journalist of the year. And that will be on Saturday at Spanish Court Hotel, starting at 7 o'clock with a pre-award cocktail, and that is sponsored by NCB. And then we have the awards itself, where we have the glamour and the glitz and the glamour celebrating our work as journalists in the year, and then we have the after party at the Spanish Court Hotel in New Kingston.
Which is always something to look forward to.
It's always something to look for. It's the big event of Journalism Week. And I mean, as journalists, we don't celebrate ourselves a lot. We don't want to put ourselves in the spotlight per se.
We tell the story. We try not to be the story. Yeah.
But for Journalism Week is a time in which we get to tell our own stories and get to celebrate ourselves for 1 week each year. And we're doing the best as we can to make it the best week of Journalism Week and grow it every year as we go on.
How do you feel about the entries this year for the various awards? I know you can't say much, so I'm not going to ask you about the entries, but like, how excited are you about the things that have been submitted this year?
That's a pretty easy question to answer, Dennis. Because really, even as a president, I don't see any entries. I don't.
You don't know what's coming in?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I have absolutely no clue what the entries are, who won, or whatever. There's a big firewall between us. And
so you're just as excited about what might come as everyone
I'm waiting
else.
to see. I don't know who entered, who won. Nothing.
Are there any new categories this year?
No new categories this year. But I must say, I've indicated to the committee that we may need to review the categories, look at how things have changed over time, how we include people who do online, social media, if we include them different from the traditional broadcast where you have radio, TV, and the traditional print that we do. So we have to look at some of the categories. I don't know what will come, they may stay, but at least to look at them to see if they are still relevant in the way they are right now, and to either tweak 1 or 2, or to add 1 or to drop 1, depending on what a committee will look at and say, okay, but those won't take effect until at least 2026.
Okay.
Because the period for entries for 2025 started on the 1st of July to June 30 next year. That's the period. So we can't change it in the middle of the year.
Change it, yeah.
We have to do it for the next period, which would be 2025 to 2026, if the committee comes back and recommend changes. The committee may come back and say no change is necessary.
Indeed. When we think about Journalism Week, sometimes we think about, the journalists who are coming. And it's great that we're celebrating veterans, When I just entered, broadcasting and journalism, I remember a much younger Arthur Hall. Then now to see him being celebrated as a veteran.
Well, I get old, don't it?
I get old, but that means Arthur, I get old too. But there's gonna come a time when you will be a veteran being celebrated on a Wednesday if you are still in the profession at the time. But the point I'm making is that things and times change, and the old guard would have set an example. I'm growing up, I never said I wanted to be a journalist, but my little sister always said, I want to be a journalist, I want to be a journalist. What do you say to that young person this morning who's watching this conversation and saying, oh, it's Journalism Week, Mommy, I want to be a journalist?
Well, the profession offers a lot for people who come into it. I mean, this is 20 years in journalism. I actually started here at CVM 20 years ago.
Yeah, I remember.
And 20 years later, I'm at the Observer. I've been through both broadcast and thing, and it has been a journey that when you look back, you say, like, some nice things, But then you look again and you say, there are some rough times as well.
Yes.
And I was having a discussion just yesterday with Milton Walker, who's the director of the PAJ, and I was saying, look, you think when we have the veterans luncheon, should we bring these veterans to tell some of the stories that they experienced, so that they can inspire some of the young journalists that are here to do things, but not to do some of the things that those older folks did, because when they hear some of the stories of the things they did to get stories, you don't have to do it not to the age, or you can't do that to the age.
Can't do it anymore.
But we need that sort of inspiration to guide the younger journalists. The newsrooms really across Jamaica are emptying out of the older folks, and we have younger journalists, but we need the veterans there to still guide the younger journalists, as I got when I was here at CVM when I came here first.
Definitely. Big up to the veterans who shepherded the younger journalists, and every newsroom needs that kind of a presence.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Our guest has been Dashan Hendricks, veteran journalist and president of the Press Association of Jamaica. Look out for the activities of Press Association Week that might be affecting or impacting you. Sunrise, we'll be back in just a moment. Veteran journalist.
Hey you know all the people in your business?
You should take advantage of CVMTV's unbeatable small business advertising package. Trust me.
And get your goods and services in front of your customers today.
For $150,000, you get a high-quality professional commercial.
Plus 20 prime-time commercial spots.
That's massive exposure at a fraction of the cost.
Including on the #1 morning show in Jamaica, Sunrise.
So don't wait. Call us on 658-208-5377 and see your business goals happen right here on CVM Television.
One, two, three, away. 1, 2, 3, Scooby.
All right, guess whose birthday it is today? It's Miss Rosie's birthday. Happy birthday to
Miss Rosemary.
Rosemary Waugh is her given name. She's a part of our ancillary staff here at CVM, and we want to send her some love on this her special day. She's always looking rosy.
Watch her tender with Miss Rosie Court. You see that tender a while ago?
Yeah.
That look like a 20, you know.
Hot girl Rosie, look there.
Yes, no donkey, no bite her. No cocoa bed, no dog bite. Yeah. Lovely.
Hey, look here. Cup soup boss, leave Miss Rosie alone, you know. She not a young boy.
She not open a creech. She not open any creech. A brown man can only. Hey, Miss Rosie! What's up, Miss What? Good as to them, Rosie. Good as to them. Good as to them, Rosie. Good as.
Watch out.
What's the makeup?
Come outside of me, Miss Rosie.
Oh, my goodness. Happy birthday, Miss Rosie. How are you?
Well, I don't have anything planned as yet.
Nothing planned as yet? All right, don't worry.
Surprise.
It's a surprise?
Aww. How does it feel to be celebrating another year of life?
Well,
feeling
God
good?
be the glory. Great things He has done. I am blessed.
Amen. You are blessed and you look amazing. I love the hair and the makeup. Jermaine, do your makeup? Renee?
Yeah, Renee, fix up
your little lip.
Yeah.
All right, my love. Well, guess what? We wish you all the best. Thank you for all that you do for our family here at CVM and all that you contribute. We love you and we pray that God will continue to bless you.
God bless you.
Lovely, Miss Rosie.
All right.
And our baby ear them well lie down. But that's lovely. Everything. Don't move, Miss Rosie.
You're still right. So come
Then it's a protecting. Nobody can't shovel you.
All right, that's all the time we have for the show for today. If you missed out on anything or you just want to rewatch your favorite segments, we've got you covered right here on CVMTV on our YouTube channel. Go ahead, look for CVMTV. You can watch everything also on Instagram at Sunrise CVM.